Yeah, that's true.
Is it well
Holy
done?
shit, Acorn's here.
Yeah, see?
Medium
Thank you.
rare.
What alternate reality hell have I stepped into?
I'm not the only one.
I start the stream and the first thing is kids saying, "Oh, oh shit, Acorn's here." Perfect start.
I like how Rin has only said his name, like his full name, a total of once ever, period, and that was all it took for Stabham
Dude.
to misinterpret it.
You have no idea how long it took me to like make the connection between Acorn and Okran.
That's Stem's thing.
Honestly,
I mean, Iris still
almost
hasn't made the
would've
connection because she doesn't know his real name, apparently.
I would have preferred if Reaper named his character like Okran Rin at this point.
Okranrin.
It's Acorn.
Okur?
Then it could be Rin.
Alright, teller of previous sessions, Alfir, what happened last time?
We came into Lindirk. It was taken over by a guy that was eating the village people.
I hope you know you've adopted this job.
The
for
village
every
people,
session
as
of
in
the
like the band?
YMCA.
And we fought him. He vamped out, and we rescued the townspeople and sent them to Adventure City and hopped on a couple of boats and for shenanigans. And
Oh, I'm
Stabham's
an
the
admiral, and yes, and we have a captain as well.
Yes.
And we're out
Yeah.
of spells.
And
Whose fault
And
is that?
nothing happened with a certain
everybody's
person
for
getting
not
mad at
letting
a
me
certain
punch.
other person.
Yeah, a lot of spells were spent trying
Spells
to
were
cast in.
slung.
Not my fault.
And then another certain person having a fucked up dream where it might be affecting his wakefulness.
Also not my fault.
That one.
Can we
Well,
talk about
actually.
the things that have boarded our ship?
Also, the fact that you guys are sailing into a storm that is rapidly approaching you, so it's not like you're going to be able to get away from it. But
Okay, that one's
on top
actually
of the
not my
fact
fault.
that those quote-unquote things that have boarded your ships have not boarded your ships, but they are definitely, from what I think Iris is the only one that's really seen them so far, has seen jumping around in the water around your ships.
They just saying
Maybe
hey.
they're here. Maybe they're here to help.
I'm busy sailing.
I'm
pretending that you know how to sail.
sailing
Away.
Yes, get a little sticks up in here. I love that song.
Better than
So
On the
we
Road Again.
will pick up there. Alfir, I need an int save.
Oh, do this. Please. Please.
Which dice is not going to betray me?
Come
Please.
on.
I'm sitting right next to you, please.
17.
That's good, I think.
Nope.
Is that good, Alfir?
That is one
Wait, that's
lower
not
than I
good?
needed.
What?
Iris, you see his form start to rapidly expand.
Oh, good.
Like one of those Japanese anime.
I needed to roll
His
an
shirt's
18.
super ripped.
Yes, I gathered that much when you said you rolled a 17. It was one less than you needed.
Not
I
to
don't
mention
know what
that,
to do.
Push him off the boat.
No!
Okay, well, do you want the boat to break and all three of us to be in the water, unable to help each other, or do you want just him to be in the water and us two in the boat and
Okay,
able
you
to help him?
fucking push him over the boat. I'm not doing it.
All right, I'm gonna push Alfir off the boat after
No,
tying a piece
don't!
of rope to him. What do I need to roll?
to push Alfir off the boat.
Well, I'll tie a piece of rope to him first, so I have something to hang on to, and then push him off the boat.
Let me check what spells I have to help.
Okay,
Oh, wait.
the tying the piece of rope is a sleight of hand, and then the pushing him off the boat is just a general strength check.
Okay, purple sleight of hand. Purple is 16 plus 5, 21 for the rope, and then to push him off, I rolled 14 total.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you have a pretty large push capacity as it is, so you don't really fail at pushing him off the boat, and he does indeed fall off the boat with a rope tied around him. Did you tie that rope around another end of something?
I'm holding on to the other end.
Okay, and are you aware that now all of the jumpy things that are around the ship have stopped jumping to go down to him?
That's why I said don't fucking push him off the boat, you asshole.
Okay, he's going to end up in the water either way. Either A, he destroys the boat and all three of us in the water, or B, us two are in the water and holding onto the rope. What do you want?
That. What? They're gonna fucking kill him.
Are they? You don't know that. What are
Yeah,
they
you
doing?
don't know that they aren't.
What does the other boat see?
I wish I could punch you again.
Well, you can punch him without the magic.
I punched him without the magic.
Okay, that's not helping.
That was a
the-
natural
Oh.
one.
She tries to punch you and literally punches your exterior shell and hurts her hand. Take 1 damage, Iris.
Fuck you. Oh look, I'm still at half health from the last battle. Cool.
Good thing I took a short rest.
Yeah, you were able to
I'm gonna
take a
call
short
out
rest.
to the mer people and Aquian. Are you able to provide assistance to us? We're in a little bit of a pickle.
The ones that you see that are still jumping around, they stop, and they give you kind of like a tilted ear look, like they're turning their head towards you to try to hear you better. And what you hear back, you cannot make out unless you understand the language of Sahagin.
Fuck, that's one I don't know.
I do not know that one.
Is that like Gerblin? But water Gerblin?
Water
It,
gurgling.
it is quite literally water Gerblin, but not not Gerblin.
Can I cycle through all the languages that I know, just trying to like see if they understand any of them?
Iris looks at them and just goes, hello, 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 in like 12 different languages.
I was thinking more of the line of like I'm kind of like pleading with them, but every other word I'm changing to a different language.
Alright. They don't seem to understand you either, and you get shouts back in the Sahagin language again.
Great, of course, one I don't know.
Those of you that do know Aquan, give me an int check.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shit. What's my int? +2?
Are you serious?
+3. My int is +3. Not that it matters. 6.
I
Those of
beat
you-
I beat 7.
Those of you that know Primordial can also give me a roll.
Yeah, that's why I rolled.
I got nothing.
Okay.
I slightly
in the
beat
water.
Stab him. Is Alfie awake at this point?
Alfir, you wake up fully as Werebaxi in the water with a rope tied around your ankle as a Sahagin is poking at you with its trident.
I guess I have to attack it. I do, right?
Yeah, you do.
Can I pull him out of range of the Sahagin?
Pretty sure they can swim faster than that. So
What's
Uh,
the other
25.
boat seen at this point?
Hold on a second, I need to do some things.
Fair.
So Alfir was pushed, and you guys are sailing north still, so you guys are basically at this point right now. As I need you all to roll initiatives, including Alfir.
cool. Glad I have so many resources left. What the hell?
Does my initiative
Fuck
bonus stay the
me.
same?
Pretty sure all your stats are what they are.
I just
Well,
rolled two
roll?
4s
since
in a
my
row.
strength and dex switch.
then that changes what your initiative will be.
Okay. Alright, just wanted to make sure.
I'm so glad I have a +7 to initiative.
I went from a +5 to a +1.
Alfir,
16?
stab him.
17.
Iris,
6.
and a complaint about not having spells. Izel,
Also 6.
Iris, dexterity.
+2.
Izel, dexterity.
+2.
I'm guessing both of your initiatives are also the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have Iris go first. I don't care.
Rin,
Not like I can do anything.
Well, yeah, exactly.
12.
Same.
Sasha.
Can I take what Vex rolled for me just now?
Yeah.
No, you have to take what you
10.
rolled, man.
10.
With a +7?
Yep.
Wait, what'd you get?
Yep.
A 10?
Yep.
We're fucked.
Okay, at least I rolled higher than you then.
Thank you, Kit.
You make that sound like it's hard to do.
I rolled a 4, okay?
So did
Uh,
I.
Alfir, you took the thing by so much surprise, it was able to dodge out, but apparently it also fucking sucks on its own initiative, so... top of the turn order. Stabum, you wanted to, I guess, pull the rope over, so you're doing that at the moment, right? Is that going to be your action for the turn?
I'm going to attempt to talk to them again as well.
Okay. Give me another int check as one of your actions to be able to try to interpret what they are saying in Sahagin.
Oh, thank God. 18 plus 3. 21.
Considering the storm and trying to make out a language that you're not familiar with, just because it might hold connections to something that you might be familiar with in the form of Aquan at this point, you're not so much understanding what they're saying, so much their intent.
Intentions? What's
And
their
their
intent?
intent is that they want you to go with them, from what you are seeing, and you pull Alfir. How much further back are you pulling him? Are you just like pulling him to the ship and back on the ship, or just keeping him in the water?
I'm keeping him in the water, just out of range of attacking the Sahagin. I'm going to... Crap. Can I get across that he's, like, insane right now?
You know, he's definitely aware Baxi.
Yeah, can I, like, pretend to be frothing at the mouth and pointing at him and just, like, making... He's sick.
He has
He's
rabies.
sick right now. Am I able to get that much across? Also, I'm going to use my free action to...
I never expected to have to do an in check for them. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm sure it's not great.
And I will also message out to my comrades that they want us to go with them. And it seems like a pretty good option, all things considered.
Sure.
All right. So you managed to pull Alfir away as the other Sahagin also moves back a little bit. So Alfir is closer to you now.
Were they able to interpret that he's sick?
They're definitely avoiding him from what you can see of especially the one that almost got struck hard by him.
Okay, cool. We're good.
Are we though?
Hopefully.
I mean, we're not immediately dying, and we're not immediately getting into combat, I think. That's an improvement. There's still a giant
Yeah.
storm coming, but we've dealt with a problem.
I'd just like to remind you that, you know, if somebody dies, I don't have spell slots.
Whose fault is that?
I don't know whose fault is that.
I know exactly whose fault it is.
Yep.
Yeah, Stabum's.
No, that's Angry Witch's fault.
It's better than Black Witch.
The original thing that made her blow up anyways, and now she's happy that she's called angry instead. All right.
Oh,
Just thought
I'm
I'd point that
sorry.
out for people.
If you were
Just thought I
like,
would point that out for people.
if
She's
somebody made
happy to
a-
be called angry witch.
if somebody made a racist comment against you and then just said that you're a bitch instead, wouldn't it be better?
I've never had a racist comment thrown my direction, really, so I don't know.
Yeah, because you're white.
So are you?
I'm just saying. You're a white man, okay?
Oh, damn. Bringing
He
sex
is
into
a
it, too.
man.
All right. So alleviating from that, you guys see a couple more Sahagin pop up, but they do not attack. Alfir, you get your actual turn now. You can't really see too well under the water, so I'm gonna need a perception check.
21.
21.
Yep.
You do indeed see this Sahagin
This.
again. I need to be on the right map so you guys can see the ping.
Am I
just
the
see
only
it
one who's
red.
looking at the world
While
map?
you got dragged away,
You are not the only one who only sees the world map.
Are we
Okay,
supposed
Yeah,
to
always
see
sees the world map.
hold on. Let me actually bring you to the correct. Hey, there you go,
Yay.
guys. Go see things now.
Oh, hey.
So you see this.
Oh.
This is the one that was
I love that you just took cutouts of the old map for
I
our
was gonna say,
longboat.
this is aesthetically beautiful.
That is fantastic.
Hey, I'm impressed.
I wanted the
amazing.
exact fucking boats that you guys were using, so I took them.
It's perfect.
These two Sahagin just popped up. Alfir, you can see this one again. You do know that something is keeping you taut from going towards it, though.
Can I try and figure out what's holding me?
Give me an int check. And that will actually be your turn, because you can't really move at the moment. You are restrained by rope and being dragged through the ocean. 13?
Yep.
So while you were able to see the Sahagin, you can't really see the rope specifically around your ankles, although you know something around your ankle is what is restraining you.
I guess I can't try and swipe towards the ankle.
Nope, you've used your action and bonus action already. And your movement is literally restrained due to rope being kept taut, because I don't think Stappen wants to let that go at the moment, and you're being dragged behind a boat.
Guess that's it then.
Alright, I need to not make the mistake of having you guys on the wrong page again, but I do need to also reveal that more Sahagin are popping up.
Superb.
Rin, what are you doing?
Nothing?
Just keeping the ship sailing straight?
Sure.
Helping Sasha with that? Make sure the sails don't get ripped apart in the stormy winds?
Probably raise the sails so that way they don't get ripped apart in the stormy winds.
You heard that in a message.
Also, go at the direction of the Sahagin. They, I think, want to help us. They didn't seem to have ill intent.
Alright, so Rin, for ship maintenance, basically, give me an acrobatics? Yeah, we'll go with sleight of hand, actually.
8.
8. So the sail tears a little bit as you raise the sail. It caught the wind, and it was not pleasant for the sail. You guys actually, the right ship heard a very loud creaking in the mast.
Oh, goody.
Captain, you better take care of that.
Ren's turn being over, another Sahi game pops up. And Sasha, it is your turn.
Alright, I would like to, as stealthily as I can, summon my sword under my cloak.
Give me a sleight
Just
of
to
hand.
have it at the ready. 10.
Okay.
And then I'll go help Rin with the sails. But I probably can't do anything with the bonus action, so.
You hear a multitude of the Sahagin go in their language saying something, but most generally pointing at you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Tridents raised.
Yeah, great idea. Making a hostile action.
Yeah, making a defensive action.
That can be misconstrued as hostile.
Yeah, it's
To
been.
people who do not understand us.
Moving
I haven't
on
yelled
from
obscenities
that-
at guards.
What the,
Anyway.
Okay, never mind. It was brought up. I'm pretty positive this isn't going to go well, but Alfir, I need. Does that actually put that somewhere for me to see? It does. Thank you. I need a wisdom saving throw, Alfir.
Hmm.
As the Sahagin that just popped up, that the people can see, is casting a spell that Iris immediately identifies as Hold Person on
16.
Alfir.
Oh shit, he's helping us.
And that Iris also immediately identifies as Super Failing Hardcore.
Fuck. They tried.
And then another Sahagin pops up from the water.
Oh, good.
Ooh, that one's big.
It's a beefy boy.
Technically, I'm bigger
Lucy-
now too.
Oh, it's not our turn yet. Never mind.
Technically, yes, Alfir is large in size. Can I just keep switching through the journal like that? Oh, nope, just literally brought up another page. Alright, bring that over here too. Alright, and he begins to swim towards the front of your boat and starts making it veer off course. Or at least he's going to attempt to.
Which boat?
Easily makes it veer off course.
Our boat sucks.
Okay. Big Sahajin.
Mm-hmm. Stabham told us they want us to go with them, right?
Yes.
Yes, that is correct.
Cool.
So either I need you to hold on to Alfir, or I need you to take over the rudder.
I'm pretty sure that was said to Iris, but at the moment it is
Yes.
Istatham's turn.
Well, Lucy, did you want to go first, or do you care, or?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I am going to cast message to Werebaxi and just say, hey, Alfir, if you're in there, we kind of need you back, buddy. And that's my turn.
Iris, it's your turn.
Do you hear any growling back or anything?
Yeah, do I get a response?
You get bubbles.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's whispering. That's right.
We're waterboarding.
We totally are.
Jesus.
Poor Werebaxy.
I'll look over to the other ship and notice shit going down, and I'll tell Celeste to fly up to the sail that just tore and cast mending on it through her.
Whoa.
That's a big
Ooh,
bird.
Celeste is big now. Yeah. Oh. Oh. No, she's
Now
tiny.
she's super little.
The water's just really cold.
Gross.
Kit.
What?
Pretty good, actually.
But Lucy is disappointed that Celeste is no longer huge.
I wanted her to be as big as the other guy. They could fist fight.
You see Celeste form a little fist with one of its talons, or not talons. Yeah, one of its feet. Whatever
Her?
those are called offhand.
Not an it,
It's-
okay.
Her little
An
feet.
owl is still an it. Could be a her as well. Jeez.
At least use they, it's not an it.
There's more than one owl.
It's not a person.
Don't even. Fine.
Okay. So the sail itself is mended quite easily by the combination of Celeste and Iris. And Iris, I think you still have a move and a bonus action if you're wanting to actually do something of what Stabum had asked or commanded.
I mean, he's taking up the entire back end of the boat. I can't really go back there.
Okay, moving on.
Can hold your action until after mine.
I already used my action.
So that one surfaces, moves over to the front, and also begins to make your ship veer. Hopefully. Yep. And that has a weird effect of Alfir being stuck to the side of a boat now as the ship is moving.
Are we actually keel hauling him? Because that would be fantastic.
And then another Castry type Sahagin, as soon as I can get it to display properly, shows itself. Alfir, give me one more wisdom save.
21.
So Istathan or Izel, at this point, you actually see a Sahagin casting, and immediately fail to cast just as much as the last one did that you didn't see.
Another hold person.
Yes.
Excellent. Just trying to drown my friend, huh? Couldn't possibly be in self-defense not getting swiped at by Werebaxy.
And then the Sahagin that did get swiped at by Werebaxy is going to make an even wider berth from said Werebaxy and move over here. And actually surfaces over here as well.
I am really glad we opted not to fight these.
Seriously.
It's okay, I have humanoid blood, we're fine. I have no spell slots, but
At the top of the round, you actually see, since this has turned into a sort of game of charades, I need another int check from the translator, Stabum.
17.
You get roughly that they are pointing at Sasha, brandishing their tridents, but then they're also pointing at your boat and at both of your boats. And in as easy a display as you could ever determine for a threat, if there is a threat to them, they will just sink your boats with you guys on them.
I'm gonna indicate as much to Sasha.
You
Captain.
fucking... Yeah.
Put away your knife.
The
'cause
weapon
they don't
isn't
like
out.
it.
The weapon isn't out.
Okay, make it go away.
Well, see what happens.
All
I
further
will-
attempts from the Sahagin are going to be to basically just make your boats go in the direction that they are currently trying to get you to go as it is. If you guys are not going to be hostile towards them, any of you, then this will drop initiative and we can go back to just RPing.
That would be good.
That
Well, I'm
sounds
not
good
gonna,
to me.
not speaking for anyone else, but I'm not going to be hostile to them, even if someone else is.
Then there is the one quirk that is Alfir, who is still being tied up, and he still has to do shit.
That's understood, though. They know that something's wrong with him.
And the two Sahagin priestesses basically combine their efforts against Alfir to use all of their spells to literally get him to actually just pass out at this point instead of just, hold him.
Is he at risk of drowning?
No, I'm gonna pull him up after he passes out.
Okay, cool.
The
Good
process
point. I
itself.
forgot you have control of getting him back on the boat. I was
Yes.
worried.
The rope was a
The
good
process
idea.
itself, Alfir was
Very
definitely able to
good.
hold his breath long enough for all of that. There is now a sleeping Werebaxi back on the boat, in between Iris and Stabham.
He's just a little bit waterlogged. He's fine.
No wonder he's afraid of the ocean.
I don't think they pushed him in last time, but last time, I don't know, how long has this Werebaxy thing been going on for?
I mean, you saw the very first time that it happened, so.
But I don't know if it happened ever before I met him.
I mean, judging by his confusion the first time it happened, I don't think so.
I'd be pretty confused every time, personally.
Yes, but he's smarter than you.
You can't prove that. V, what's your intelligence modifier?
In fact, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure Stabham is smarter than me.
Yeah, well,
I'm pretty sure Stabham is smarter than most of the party.
Stabham's
Other
a plus
than
3
me?
intelligence.
And me.
So
Alfir has a +1,
There's
so
this-
yeah, definitely smarter.
there's this thing where Stabham rolled like a god at character creation.
I have a +1 on one of my characters and a +0 on the other.
The
Stabham
lowest I
is-
have is a +2 charisma.
You are broken.
All right. So I need. I'm gonna do some general sleight of hand checks from the captain and admiral, just to make sure that you guys keep the ship going on the direction it needs to go. Not sleight of hand. Just gonna give this dexterity check.
Same thing. That is cocked as all hell. 19.
15.
So you're able to keep the rudder and whatnot going with the direction that the Sahagin are basically kind of helping to propel your ship towards, so you're not making the job any harder for them. Something you notice about this, though, is that the speed with which this is happening, you guys are almost legitimately circling this oncoming storm instead of going directly into it at this point.
That is
Nice.
a good thing.
Admiral, I
Yeah.
don't entirely like this situation.
It's a better situation than we were in just moments ago.
One of the Sahagin that had initially seen you pull out the lightsaber pops up right next to you and goes and says something to you unintelligible because it's in Sahagin.
Is he pointing at anything?
No, he's just, for what you can see, yelling at you.
I think
Yeah,
he
give
wants
him
a
blank
muffin.
stare.
Captain, I think he wants a muffin.
Admiral, forgive me for not reaching into a pack with an angry creature looking at me.
Well, have
I have
Acorn
a
do
drug muffin in my pocket.
it. No drug muffins. Just a
No,
regular muffin.
I'm just saying if we need it as a negotiating chip, I'm willing to give it away.
Wait, why do
if
you
they're
have a drug
interested in
muffin?
drugs. Because I picked one up off a table.
Who
Let's
would
Don't ask
willing drug
questions.
muffin? You know what?
do
Okay.
that.
Don't ask questions. I have a drug muffin. We can use it to negotiate if drugs is what they want, okay?
I don't think drugs is what they want unless
You don't know
they,
if drugs
for
is
some
what they
reason-
want or not.
Is all the drug dealer?
Can you magic a muffin into your hand?
Hey, this form is pretty creepy. I could see this form in a back alley being like, hey, you want to have a good time?
Oh god. Wow.
Oh,
Sasha?
does Alfear need any like mouth
Sasha,
to
I
mouth?
need a strength save from you.
A
Oh, good.
strength save.
From you.
7. So
You are super compelled as you feel the biggest facepalm from a certain persona within your person.
Isel didn't say any of that out loud. Jesus.
But guess who reads minds? Wait, what? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's
Anyways,
true.
you guys continue going on along this way. You've skirted the storm pretty successfully with the help of the Sahagin. And it goes like this for a couple hours. If you guys wanted to get your short rests or whatnot, if anyone recovers
Yeah,
anything after that,
short
not
rest.
clerics.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. Oh,
Lovely.
wait.
Oh yeah,
I'm,
I'm totally short resting. I'm just gonna sit on the boat. I warily eyeing the fish goblin.
Another one pops up there. Another one just pops up here. You seem to be getting a crowd as you're the one who is warily eyeing them.
It's fine. Take 3 hit die.
Yes, I have short rested. Thank God.
Sasha, you see one of them point to your pouch.
I want the
open,
drug muffins.
I open
Sorry.
my pouch. And show him
They
that
want
it
the blood.
pretty much has nothing inside of it.
What does it have inside of it?
Let me find out for you.
Is that where the human blood
The
is?
Sahagin, the one of the Sahagin.
It has a potion of greater healing. It has Valora's book on Legion, a map scroll, or a case for a map or a scroll. It has a list of names, a mess kit, the messaging chip, playing card set, a potato, some salt.
A lot of salt, pounds
A
of
lot
salt.
of salt, actually. Rations. Thieves' tools, a tinderbox, a torch, some water skin, and some question mark humanoid blood.
So in your pouch, the Sahagin slowly reaches towards your pouch.
Oh, and
And
it has money. It has a fair bit of money.
If you are not stopping the Sahagin, it pulls out the potato.
Okay.
Oh my god, are you really? Okay.
I let him have the potato. I have 2.
We're really going that ancient legend route where potatoes were brought on by the fish people to the Aztec. Swear to God, I think they got this
So
potato.
am I down to 1 potato or no potato?
You are down to 1 potato as the one that pulled out the potato does a backflip off of your boat, makes it rock a little bit, and dives into the water with the potato.
Okay. Well,
Note to self: bring more potato on voyages. They are good luck.
they also help with scurvy. Don't help with scurvy, but
Yeah, I was about to say there's no citrus in potato.
0 vitamin C.
After the couple hours, you guys stop what is seemingly to you guys the middle of the ocean. You don't really see anything out of the ordinary or anything like that.
By the way,
I'm going to confidently say we have arrived.
Let me emphasize really quick. That was 6 pounds of salt in that bag.
Oh, I know. I know exactly what I've let you steal in past games.
And I'm assuming I'm still sleeping and still wear backseat.
A 25 insight check to see that Stabum does not know that we have arrived.
Okay, hang on. Let me bluff you. Where's my
25.
Can I assist Stabum in the we've arrived?
17 plus. What's my bluff?
Do you say we've arrived as well?
Deception.
Yeah, of course.
If I had taken deception, I would have beaten you.
All right, you guys both stopping at the
Nice.
same
Cool.
time. So Sasha also has said at the same time that we have arrived. I need to steal Alfir for a moment.
Oh, guess I'm muting stream.
Bye.
Bye.
Alfir jolts upright as where Baxi.
Uh-oh.
Is he sentient? Like, is he in control? Can I tell?
Alfir, if you don't
Insight?
respond, I'm going to push you over the board.
Anybody pack a sleep spell?
Oh fuck, that's only a 14.
Hey, Esto, can you put him to sleep?
No, we're all out of spells, remember?
I'm not out of
No,
spells.
I
I'm in a
don't.
short
I don't
rest.
have it anyway. But I do have some spell slots left. But I don't have sleep in my repertoire. Sorry.
I unfortunately don't either.
14 insight.
Alfir, give me int save with advantage.
19.
So Iris, you are able to see reason behind his eyes, not the wild, crazy, rampaging bloodlust that the Werebaxi was showing earlier.
Alfir?
Sounds like a crying baby.
Alfir makes crying baby noises.
I will willingly push him off the side of the boat if that's the case.
Oof.
Oof.
Jesus.
I'ma say it this time. What the fuck, Lucy?
What?
Rough.
But I'm a cat.
Meow.
Sam's just behind the Alfir, giving a thumbs up, thumbs down, questioning look at over at Iris.
So am
Kinda
I
like
able
looks
to
a little bit
talk?
confused.
You seem to be able to retain all of your mental faculties at this point.
I think I have some control.
How many
good.
fingers am I holding up?
You guys are in a boat. Another boat other than ours.
We can hear, but we probably can't see each other very well.
Kind of like tentatively like inch closer, I guess, to Alfir.
Did I
Give him a hug.
do anything?
You took a bath.
You conquered your fear of the ocean. Yay!
It's at this point, Alfred, that you still realize you are completely
Oh,
surrounded
fuck.
by water.
Back on the mast.
Oh.
Give me a strength check.
Oh no.
Oh no. Fail this one, please.
14.
The mast, much like the other boat, makes a really, really loud sounding creak.
Does it crack at all, or is it just...
It doesn't crack, but you see a physical bend in the mast, even from the point that Alfred grabbed it from.
Can I like reach out and like mending on it? Try
Nothing needs
push
to be
it back into
repaired, it
place?
just bent.
Yeah, I'm
It's just from
repairing
Alfred
and
holding on
mending.
so tight. No, there's nothing broken about it. Alfred's just holding on so tight that the wood itself is actually bending a little bit, a lot like if you were to bend a bow when you draw it back.
Okay, I'll just be like, hey, let's maybe a little gentler.
It didn't break, did it?
No, but it might.
If you break my boat, I'll keel haul you.
Yes, your boat.
I mean, whose else boat is it? This is indeed my boat. Well, it's the party's boat, but for all intents and purposes, if it goes down, I go down.
Somebody sink the ship.
No, don't. The talk of sinking the ship, he doesn't loosen his grip.
Great, now you're freaking
now
out,
you're
Alfie.
just right
Oh,
now you're
I'm
just
freaking him
maintaining
out.
that same bend on the mast. It's not to a point of making it crack or damaged yet, but any harder and it might have been.
Glad I only rolled a 9.
To those that are paying attention to the Sahagin around them still, give me charade int checks.
Alrighty, what's just a straight check?
It's int check.
Cool. Nat 20 plus 5 is 25.
Oh shit! I also rolled a
12.
nat 20. 23.
I imagine I give more wary looks.
Sasha is just too occupied with the fact that another Sahagin popped up next to her to already have the 3 that were there, and then another one throughout the course of the trip. So only one had went away, but Sasha had gained 5.
I hope
At
you have
some
5
point, as
potatoes.
they've surrounded us, I have looked at Rin and just been like, do not let me fall in the water, please.
Can't swim.
Nope.
At the mention of that, unfortunately for Izel, what you were able to make out is that they want you guys to dive into the water with them.
Captain, weigh anchor.
I communicate that to the group with our message chips.
I try to find an anchor on this boat.
And then I communicate to the group that I don't know how to swim.
Did I also pick that up with a 23?
Yeah, you both did.
Okay.
Sasha's the only one that didn't pick anything up besides more Sahagin fans because potato.
Alright.
It's okay, guys. I have water breathing. Oh wait.
These boats would have anchors, yeah? They're just large enough?
Yeah, they have anchors.
Okay.
Wait, we're going in?
I try to charades back at whichever one of them is charadesing that I can't swim.
Hold on to my back.
Are you? No way.
I mean, where
I'm
the
gonna-
fuck are
I'll
we supposed
die.
to go? We can't hold our breaths forever.
Exactly.
Now, Captain, I hate to point out the obvious. You, sir, or Admiral, you, sir, are a very strong swimmer. The rest of us, a little out of place down there.
Can you?
I'm
you-
going to...
So the 2 that were able to make out what was said, you get approached by the Sahagin that were doing the charades, and they express that they need to basically put a clawed hand on you.
I'm gonna let it happen.
All right. These 2 happen to be the priestesses, and these 2 happen to cast water breathing on the both of you.
Oh, goody. I point at everybody else.
They look at everyone else, look back to you 2, and they shrug.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, I can hold my
So-
breath for 4 minutes.
I can hold my
I-
breath for an hour.
Stabba might be able to come with us.
So me, Istvan, and Stabum.
We can put one person in the bag of holding for 10 minutes.
No,
No.
they will die.
Bad plan.
I don't
I
like
I
that
don't
plan.
want to.
Oh, please put Legion in the bag of holding. Please put Legion in the bag of holding.
Please don't put Legion in the bag of holding.
That's a bad
Even Socks has a limit to the chaos.
So who's going down first?
Oh, mm.
The Sahagin dive under,
I jump
come back
in.
up.
How close are
Okay.
the boats to each other? Are they actually this far apart?
They can be closer if you guys want to try to get some rope between you 2 and pull them closer.
Stabum, are you coming?
I can go first or I can go after, and I can always come back between trips.
I just jump off the side, like step off the side of the boat.
Alfie, are your eyes open or closed?
They're open.
Okay, so you do see Iris just flat out jump off the boat then.
But where are you going?
I'll be back, I promise.
Sploosh.
I will go if you'll let me hold on to you, because just because I can breathe underwater doesn't make me want to learn how to swim right now.
Who,
Alright.
me or stab him?
No, I'm talking to stab him because
Okay, good.
he's a big shell guy who I can hold on to. Yay, thank you.
You hear another
Okay.
sploosh, just stab him, bolts across the water like it's nothing for him.
Iselle will very reluctantly climb onto Stabum's back.
Stab will swim after the Sahagin. Captain,
Ugh! Wet
watch over
kitty,
the
no
ship.
like.
We'll be back.
I would like to tie the two ships together.
Alright. Alfir, that intent is expressed by Sasha out loud. Are you wanting to try to help since you're the only one on your ship now?
Yeah, because I'm all by myself.
All by myself.
So Sasha, there is conveniently rope on your boat still to be able to. It was used for mooring as it was already, so you can probably toss it over to Alfir. See if all this happens.
Yep.
So, give me a ranged attack.
All right. Plus
Assuming Alfir will be able to, like, extract himself
10.
from the mast long enough to help.
10?
Yeah.
Alfir, give me a dexterity check.
Oh, this isn't gonna be good. 11.
What the fuck?
My
That
strength-
where
Okay.
backseat dex is low.
How far apart are our two boats?
So, having tossed the rope towards Alfir, you ended up just short. Alfir, in his intent to just purely catch the rope, doesn't realize that he leaned out over the boat enough to be able to
Oh,
catch
shit.
the rope
Oh.
far enough from the shortness of your throw. And his front half falls into the water, but he has caught the rope.
I get back on the boat as quick as I can.
Give me an acrobatics.
Oh, that's even better.
I hope that's not
8.
sarcastic.
Or
was
sarcastic.
Can I try to help him since I'm still, like, in the water at the side of the boat?
I thought you guys had swum.
Try to help him, like, push him back up.
I thought you guys would have already been starting to swim off by now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're.
After you, all three of you had already disappeared.
Yeah, we're
I
out.
didn't say I did.
I mean, this would have been something that I'd have done in my boredom while you guys were gone.
Regardless, it takes Alfir a while, but he is a fully wet cat, and the whereabouts he manages to get himself back onto the boat.
Two unhappy wet kitties.
I pull the rope to pull us closer together.
Ooh. I guess opposed strength check, Sasha and Alfir.
Why isn't Rin helping? Isn't he the strong one?
Because this is entertaining and dumb.
That's a 10.
Just sitting there with Celeste on your
13.
shoulder, like, yes, let's watch this.
So, Sasha, the surprise of Alfir just immediately going for pulling the rope as soon as he got on the boat, you were able to catch in time to not fall over the edge of the boat yourself. And you two drag the boat closer together, you guys moor to each other, the boats, and everything is all hunky-dory now. The boats are together, and both are anchored to what you don't really know down there, but they're anchored.
That seemed harder than it should have been.
I don't particularly like our situation right now.
I don't either.
I begin
Tell me
taking
about
a
it.
short rest.
You
We
didn't
just
take a
had
short
one.
rest
Just take
during
a
the
short rest?
sail?
Yeah,
Just
we
took a
did.
short rest.
Sure, you guys.
Iris, did you go down and follow?
I guess I did.
This one? Alright, so as Iris goes down, I will get to what's actually down there when potentially everyone gets down there, maybe. The two priestesses come back up. One of them pops up next to Alfir, and the other one pops up next to Rin.
Have I had this contingent of Sahajin just around me this entire time?
Yes, they're very interested in you and your potato.
Potatoes
We
are
show them how to
delicious.
farm them.
Alfir, are you going to resist the touch?
No.
Sounds very
Then you
rapey.
have water breathing casted on you. Rin, are you going to resist?
Yep.
Then you do not have water breathing casted on you, and moves on to Sasha.
I start to pull some salt out of my bag. Just start sprinkling it in a circle around me.
They aren't fucking demons.
No, I'm kidding.
But it's the ocean, so it's salt water.
You are absolutely still surrounded by all the Sahagin. And the other one actually needs to butt in and pushes one to the side. The priestess comes up to you and tentatively reaches out towards you.
Just gonna hold my hands up like I don't know what they want.
If you're not resisting, it touches you and casts water breathing on you.
Do I recognize water breathing?
Give me an Arcana check.
What?
It's not good. 10 plus 5? Oh, it's not bad. 15.
It's water breathing.
Yell over, what are they doing to us?
I have. Apparently, you can breathe water, and I can breathe water. I don't know what they want us to do.
With that, the two priestesses give you the follow us motion, and they dip back under the water.
What tabaxi first?
This is a bad idea, and I
Does
jump
the
in.
tabaxi go? The tabaxi goes.
I guess I follow before the little Kenku pecks my eyes out.
All right. As you follow, Sasha, when you jump in, you immediately get an entourage of all of the Sahigin surrounding you. They each kind of just like grab your arms or whatnot, and you are being propelled under the water at like 80 feet per turn at this point. Alfir, you are not really swimming all too well, and the priestess comes back to you and helps you swim further down as well. So the other priestess waits a little bit, since Sasha was well taken care of for getting down there apparently. After about the same amount of time as it would have taken the others to get wherever before the priestess came back up as it was, priestess comes back over to you, Rin.
I put my head on my sword.
Backs away a little bit.
And then I move my hand off my sword.
It motions for you to follow it.
And I motion for it to go away.
Well, it's kind of looking at you confused because the rest of your party is now left, and it's just kind of looking over at the two brutes. The brutes actually circle back around and are kind of curious as to what's going on too. None of their weapons are actually ready or anything like that. Like they're not waving them menacingly. Just they're there now at this point. it points down to the water again, and it points that to its gills, and then points to you. Plus, you also overheard that water breathing is possible from Sasha already, but that's up to you if you want to do things like that.
And I motioned them to shoo.
Point at yourself and point at the boat.
Yep.
With that, all of the Sahagin dip back under the water. You are left alone with the two boats.
And a bird.
2 birds.
And Celeste. And Evermore.
Who will probably at some point start cawing at you because Iselle is unhappy that you're not joining us.
What do you intend to do, Rin?
Make sure the boats are okay.
Well, I guess at that point, Rin, if you would like to be done for the night, you can be done for the night.
All right.
The rest of you are, as you're swimming further down, you all make it in different pairs, but when you do all eventually get down there, you see that cliche bubble of what seems to be a huge city in an underwater bubble of a sort, and you see an entryway with a path that seems like there's actually visitors and whatever coming in and out of this city in a bubble.
So there's air in there?
You only know that there's a bubble at the moment. You don't know if there's air in there, but when you do finally get there, you do manage to get inside the bubble, following the priestess that was there, and you are able to breathe, but you're not sure if it's because of water breathing still, or if it's because there's air there. It takes you a little bit, and then you see that you're sopping wet, dripping, and you're knowing that you're breathing air.
So I'm standing, is what you're telling me, and not swimming
You are
anymore?
now standing on the entryway to whatever the city is.
Statabum is
Excellent.
going to confidently proclaim, "See, we have arrived."
I'm going to put my hand on Stabum's shell and thank him profusely for not letting me die.
Where's our? Oh, I guess we're waiting for the rest of the party to get here. Is there anything interesting while we're waiting for the rest of the people to catch up?
A lot of the stuff is like, as you're looking around at the buildings, a lot of the buildings, I should say, architecturally, their design, much like the tridents that they use as weapons, the buildings themselves seem to be mostly formed as the head of a trident. They all seem like they have 3-pronged towers going up in different assorted heights or whatnot, and it just seems to be the general building theme of the entire place.
I bet these guys love sporks.
Does it look like the city from Little Mermaid? Because that's what I'm picturing. Architecturally.
It looks like
Under the
almost
sea.
any city that is aquatic, underground, underwater, and all of that stuff.
Fair.
And as Alfir gets down there, he is greeted by a familiar. Well, you all are greeted by the familiar sight of Irandira waiting at the entrance.
Who's Irandira?
Alfir's sister.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever actually met her.
Stabum, you being one of the first ones down there, will actually do this in this way then. Arandira comes up to you and asks, "Are you part of Alfir's group?" I didn't see you before.
Aha! Yes, I am the co-leader of the Menagerie of Misfits.
Menagerie of Misfits. Huh. Is that
Yeah, I went to plus
what
twice.
the group name is?
Misfit Menagerie of Misfits. It's one and the same.
Okay, I understand. Alfred wouldn't seem to be following you soon, would he? As far as I
Uh,
recall, he's got a huge sphere of water.
he went swimming earlier, so he's probably over it and should be down here shortly.
Okay, we'll see what happens. And yeah, the rest of the party does arrive, and when Alfir arrives and walks through and is able to breathe air again, Alfir, you see Arendira.
I start to go forward to hug her and then remember the form I am in and kind of hold back.
And as you see her and remember the form you're in, weirdly enough, your form begins to shrink. As Arendira just gives you what seems to be almost a knowing smile. She recognized it was you despite the change in form.
Did you know that that could happen to me?
What do you mean? I thought you just used an enlarge spell.
That's not quite what that is.
Regardless, seems like it might have helped you with your swimming. Didn't seem like you needed too much assistance. Did you get over your fear of water?
No, this was a bad idea. I should have stayed on the boat.
Speaking of staying on the boat, where's Rin?
Probably staying on the boat.
How far down
Yeah.
are we?
Sorry, Admiral, they were off.
You are at the bottom of the ocean.
How
How-
far down?
Yeah, how
Under
long
the
were we
sea.
swimming for? Just
We're
out of
under the sea.
curiosity.
You were swimming for what seemed like forever. That was probably like an hour.
Ooh, okay. I think my food's here.
What are you reaching for, child?
So Kit barely made it. I mean, Stabham barely made it. Is what you're saying.
Nice.
Did Stavin barely
Admiral,
make it?
I'd have stayed with the boat, but these guys seem awful about me coming down here.
Oh, they would have taken care of the boats for you. They've been, well, I've been helping them, and since I've been helping them, they've been more than cordial to me so far.
What are you doing down here? What's going on? Is something going on at home?
We've got, well, at home, like, do you mean back on the island?
Yeah.
Not that I know of. Is there anything I should be aware of?
Just surprised to run into you here.
I am a druid. I do help people out.
It's a fair
You
point.
speak Sahagin?
I do speak Sahagin.
Oh, wonderful.
Why are we down here?
Well, the Sahagin caught wind that a group of a couple ships were out at sea and were heading into a storm, and the ships looked too small to be able to actually weather the storm well enough, so I thought I would help out from there. But they also had reported, she looks at one of the big brutes, that there were two different tabaxi like me on the boat, and from the direction you guys came from, I can only assume you had ventured out from Adventure City.
So you just Are I still fail to see why we need to be here. We have places we need to go.
Do you prefer sinking in the ocean as opposed to having a safe place for a bit?
I prefer my entire party being safe and us not all being here.
Yeah, if we would have gone through that storm, we probably would have been in pretty rough shape on those boats.
I, for one, am grateful for the assistance, although I would have preferred not having to swim anywhere, ever.
I welcome the opportunity to meet my fish brothers.
But according to you, we skirted the storm, so why are we down here in particular? Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful that you guys intervened. I'm just wondering.
Izel, you catch Arendira looking at you quite quizzically at this point.
I raise
And
an
then
eyebrow at her.
she charges into you and says, "You've lived!"
I did. I hug her.
And she hugged you back.
It's good to see you again.
Thank you for saving me.
My pleasure. I help another tabaxi in need, right?
I'm looking at them kind of like super confused before it kind of like sets in, and then I'm just like, mm.
She holds the embrace a bit longer, and then she separates and goes over to Alfir and says, so this one and the gruff one are actually responsible for having saved me, as there was a third involved too, but I guess
The
he's
gruff
gone
one.
for now.
He's not with us right now. He might be back.
That one
Okay.
over there is him.
That one over there is him. What do you mean?
I look at Iris questioningly, like I don't understand what she means.
That is not who you think it is. That one, unfortunately, didn't make it out alive.
Still don't know what she's talking about.
Give me a persuasion check.
Gladly. Oh no. It's a 9.
This is actually opposed by your deception check.
Oh yeah, let me roll. 21.
She looks back and forth between you two and says, "There's obviously some issues going on. Anyways, so while the Sahagin are here," she looks over at Stabum and says, "There are also other Tortle here as well, and while the Sahagin don't really need help, it's the Tortle that do."
Oh,
Really?
what's going on? I'm not familiar with this settlement, but I've been to ones in the past that are similar.
Well, it's actually an odd combining of races here, as Sahagin usually don't get along with much of anyone, but they've decided to branch out in the coming storm of events that has been happening to try to create alliances, and the Tortle were some of the first that they approached. So the issue is coming from, as far as I can tell, the Sahagin mean no ill will, but your Tortle brethren are being extremely stubborn and not accepting any parleys.
We'll see what we can do.
She
Sure,
looks
my
over
cousin's
at
here.
Iris, and she says, "Is that enough of a reason to be able to keep you around for a little bit?"
Again, I just want my entire party to be safe.
There is no threat here in the city. By the way, the city's name is Aquarin, and I welcome you to it, since none of the other Sahagin you can understand, it seems.
There may not be any threat in this city, but as you said, there's a storm passing through, and not all of us are here.
Just send a message to him.
We're too far away.
Send-
And oh, let me do ascending. Oh wait, I'm out of spells.
That sucks.
Wait, why did you use all your spells?
She was doing things. She had to heal someone.
Deception check.
I look at Stabum and I just narrow my eyes and I'm like, can we all stop lying? No, I tried to hit him because he was being an asshole.
Are you not able to use your words?
Apparently
Actions
not.
speak louder than words.
I feel as if it might not be in our best interest to have you help at this point.
Okay, cool. Turn around and leave.
Where are you gonna go? Alright, I'm actually just gonna call it a game tonight. And I'm gonna actually have to talk with some people. So, yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Oh, it's my last game.
Bye.
Obviously,
Okay.
some people are trying to ruin the fucking fun, so have a good night.
Yeah.